Renegade Immortal Episode 178. In the previous episode, Wang Lin was deep within the mysterious Dragon Lake, a place protected by powerful demonic energy untouched even by heaven's wrath. There, he battled against the scattered devil within his soul, not just to suppress it, but to consume it and make its power his own. Yet the devil's strength was far beyond his current cultivation. Instead of devouring it, Wang Lin conceived a daring idea: to refine this ancient devil into his second origin soul. Something few cultivators in history had ever achieved. With his resolve firm, he prepared to leave the Dragon Lake, gaining the ancient demon's reluctant support and even being named its messenger, a title that placed him above the demon emperor himself. Before departing, he took with him a man sealed in purple crystal, believing he might be tied to the legendary sword Saint Ling Tianhou. At the end of the previous episode, Wang Lin traveled to the place where Zi Shu had fallen, only to find another cultivator standing before the corpse, claiming to be Zi Shu's senior brother. What will happen next? Stay tuned. And the story continues. This Tong Yun's reaction was really fast, and he even had a very sad expression when he said it. He didn't say much, but he was able to quickly cover up all the flaws in his lies. If it were an ordinary person, they might have been deceived by his act, but Wang Lin saw through him with cold, calculating eyes. He didn't linger on Tong Yun, merely giving a sharp glance before stepping forward. Tong Yun's expression flickered slightly. He was backing away, a mixture of caution and calculation in his gaze. In his heart, he thought, the armor this person is wearing is terrifying. I cannot discern his cultivation level. Perhaps he is a cultivator. Or maybe he is a native of this demon spirit land, but no matter how strong he is, once he gets within 100 feet of that corpse, the golden light from that treasure will kill him without fail. I will not interfere. I will let fate take its course. And then the treasure will be mine. Tong Yun's lips twisted into a sneer, though his outward expression showed anger. Still, he dared not stop Wang Lin. Every step Wang Lin took was measured, calm, yet full of lethal intent. As he moved closer to Zi Shu's body, entering within 100 feet, the golden light from the corpse suddenly erupted like 10,000 needles, stabbing forward with a blinding intensity. Tong Yun's face lit up with glee and pride for a brief moment, certain that Wang Lin would be destroyed. But almost immediately, that pride drained away. Behind the helmet, Wang Lin's eyes glimmered with cold determination. With a simple wave of his hand, the golden light was effortlessly swept aside. He had already encountered Ling Tianhou's sword energy once before, and he knew exactly how to handle this. Without hesitation, he stepped closer to Zi Shu's body, moving beside it as though walking through air. Tong Yun's heart skipped a beat. Standing 100 feet away, he realized the danger he was in. Panic surged through him, and he turned to flee. But a sudden cold snort froze him in place. Death loomed over him like a dark shadow. And for the first time, fear overwhelmed his cunning. You don't want your junior apprentice brother's corpse? Wang Lin's voice was calm as he squatted beside Zi Shu, not even glancing at Tong Yun. Tong Yun's face twitched violently. Desperation overtook him, and he stammered out lies. If Senior likes it, then please take it. Junior will not object. My junior apprentice brother had a hard life, and if he can serve someone like Senior after death, that is his blessing. Even if he were alive, he would offer himself willingly to someone of your power. Wang Lin's gaze was fixed on Zi Shu's forehead, where the golden light still shimmered. With decisive action, he severed Zi Shu's head, grabbing it firmly. Then he spat out a mouthful of colorless origin flame, wrapping the head in a purifying fire that burned away all remnants of the corpse. Tong Yun watched in horror as his worst fears materialized. This person, he is a cultivator. He wields origin flame. He doesn't even spare the dead. The head burned until nothing remained but the golden light, which Wang Lin calmly absorbed by placing it in his mouth. Without ceremony, he kicked Zi Shu's body toward Tong Yun, commanding, "There is your junior apprentice brother's body back. Give him a proper burial." Tong Yun's face was pale, drenched in sweat and terror. Hastily grabbing the corpse, he thanked Wang Lin profusely before retreating dozens of kilometers away. Only then did he release a breath of relief. Yet he could not contain his lingering fear and hatred. In a fit of rage, he conjured a black cloud with a wave of his hand, consuming the corpse entirely, leaving nothing behind. Meanwhile, Wang Lin, having absorbed Ling Tianhou's sword energy, sank underground and assumed the lotus position. He began to silently refine the sword energy, knowing that without careful cultivation, it would be impossible to wield it effectively. Even beneath the earth, his divine sense extended outward. He detected another sword energy not far off. Excitement sparked in his eyes as his hand reached toward it. The sword energy resisted, transforming into a giant black rat that roared in defiance. Wang Lin unleashed his Ascendant cultivation, and the rat let out a miserable cry before he captured it. Before him now lay a simple, ancient sword, marked by a black rat staring at him with dark, intelligent eyes. Zi Shu's sword, Wang Lin murmured, a faint smile crossing his face. The sword had been discarded in Zi Shu's death throes, but now it was his. Having already acquired Ling Tianhou's sword energy, he had secured another invaluable treasure. He imprinted his divine sense on the sword and stored it safely in his bag of holding. Wang Lin spent a month underground, meticulously refining the sword energy until it was fully under his control. Unlike the one-time use sword energy he had previously handled, this time he could release and retrieve it at will, splitting it into 10 equal powers or combining it into a devastating, concentrated strike. The sword energy had become infinitely more flexible, a tool of unimaginable power in the hands of someone at the early stage of Ascendant cultivation. Ling Tianhou had carefully protected his disciples through this arrangement. By removing his divine sense from the sword energies, he had created ownerless treasures that could be wielded by competent disciples, rather than leaving them vulnerable to misuse. This reflected the Tao of tyranny Ling Tianhou followed, to safeguard his own people at all costs. Unlike the Heavenly Fate sect, which left the strength and survival of its disciples to fate, the Da Lu Sword sect cultivated respect and loyalty through protection, even if it meant their disciples rarely reached the heights of power seen elsewhere. During Wang Lin's month-long cultivation underground, a major event unfolded across the demon spirit land. The Sky Demon Country, mobilizing 30 million soldiers and led personally by their demon emperor, declared war on the Fire Demon Country. This was an unprecedented full-scale invasion. Unlike the usual skirmishes that dotted the lands, 8 commander-in-chiefs and 8 vice-commander-in-chiefs, including Mo Lihai and the ranked 1st Demon General Mo Fei, were deployed. The army split into 3 forces, marching from different directions to converge outside the Fire Demon Country's capital. When Wang Lin emerged from the underground, he immediately sensed the overwhelming killing intent saturating the land. Tens of millions of soldiers radiated hostility so thick it seemed to darken the sky. Clouds turned to stormy gray, and rain began to fall. Wang Lin lifted his gaze to the stormy skies, musing, "The ancient demon is decisive. Perhaps his patience has finally reached its limit. I must proceed carefully, but this war has little to do with me. My priority is to eliminate the remaining 10 disciples of the Sword Saint and absorb their sword energies. Then, I must refine countless strands of slaughter energy, securing a foundation to survive and thrive in the demon spirit land. Beyond that, the cave I have yet to explore may hold even more treasures." With resolve, Wang Lin took flight, disappearing into the stormy skies, his mind already plotting his next moves. There were 2 disciples of the Sword Saint beside that Mo Fei back then. They are my targets. However, that Mo Fei is a bit strange. The black-haired man in the prison looked very similar to him. I'm afraid there is something strange behind all of this, Wang Lin pondered as he flew. In this episode, we saw Wang Lin confront Tong Yun and claim Zi Shu's golden light with calm precision. He used his origin flame to refine Zi Shu's head and fully absorb Ling Tianhou's sword energy, demonstrating just how powerful and cunning he has become. Wang Lin also recovered Zi Shu's sword and began refining the sword energy underground, preparing it for his own use. Meanwhile, the Sky Demon Country declared war on the Fire Demon Country, creating massive chaos and tension across the land. Wang Lin is now focused on taking the remaining sword energies from the Sword Saint's disciples and gathering the power he needs to secure his foothold in the demon spirit land. What happens next? Stay tuned for the next episode of Renegade Immortal. If you enjoyed this episode or found it exciting, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to receive notifications for the latest episodes of Wang Lin's journey. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.